Nithyanandam, and welcome to today's Nithyananda Yoga, the most authentic yoga in the world, gifted to us by Bhagwan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. Today we start with the Prathama Vinyasa Krama series, asanas from 1. And before we begin today's practice, let us now invoke the presence of our Guru, Bhagwan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, by chanting the Sadguru Vandanam. So please sit up straight, bring your hands in Atmanjali Mudra, and let us chant Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrusham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Next, we chant the Shiva Moola Mantra, Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha 11 times. Please chant this mantra internally as I chant it loudly. Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha. 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 Next, we move on to Tattva Chamanam, ritualistic cleansing. Take a Panchapatram, water and a Udarini. You take one Udarini of water and keep your right hand palm facing up with the index and thumb together. Place one Udarini of water in the palm. Chant Om Atmatattvam Shodayami Svada. Take a sip. Another Udarini of water. Om Vidyatattvam Shodayami Svada. Again. Om Shivatattvam Shodayami Svada. Wash your hands. Rub the lips with the base of your thumb. Wash your hands. Touch the top of the upper lip and the base of the lower lip. Wash your hands. Bring the index and thumb together. Touch your right nostril, left nostril. Wash your hands. Bring your ring finger and thumb together. Touch the right eye, right ear, left ear. Wash your hands. Bring the hands together. Touch the right shoulder, left shoulder. Top of head, right shoulder, left shoulder. Now we move on to the Sankalpa Mantra, the conscious resolution. In this most auspicious time of the day, in the Brahma Muhurta, you are creating a conscious resolution for manifesting either a perfect yoga asanas that you want to manifest, or the day, a beautiful day, a successful day you want to manifest. You can create that resolution consciously as we chant the Sankalpa Mantra. Visualize whatever that you want to manifest today as we chant this mantra. Now bring your right palm to the left palm to the right thigh, palm facing up, cup with the right hand. As we chant the mantra, close your eyes. Om Mamopata Samasta Duritakshayadvara Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartam Shri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Prityartam Cha Adya Purvokta Evam Gunam Visheshena Vishishtayam Asyam Shubhapitau Purana Arogya Yukta Dridagatra Yaugika Sharira Siddhyartam Paramashiva Shakti Avishkaranartam Nithyananda Yoga Abhyasam Karishye. Take one drink of water, wash your hands. Om Apaupasprisya. Now place the Panchapatram away as we get ready to begin the asana. Now before we begin, a quick reminder. Today's yoga practice is for general wellness and education only. Please listen to your body and practice within your own limits. If you have any injuries, medical conditions, or are pregnant, please consult your healthcare professional before practicing. If at any point you feel pain, dizziness, or discomfort, gently stop and rest. Okay, let us now get ready to begin the asanas. Before we do, we will do some warm-ups to stretch and prepare our body for the asanas. Now come up standing. So first we start with the ankle rotations. Bring your hands to your hips. Raise your right foot. Rotate the ankles in the clockwise direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Relax. Now raise the left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now slowly bend your knees. Bring your hands to the knees. Rotate the knees in clockwise direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now bring your hands to your hip and slowly rotate. 1, 2, making wide circles with your hip. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now in the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now bring your hands to your shoulders. Rotate, bring your elbows together and make wide circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now in the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, rotate your neck clockwise direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now in the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Relax. Now with the wrist rotation, bring your arms front, rotate, make a fist and rotate your wrist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring your left arm facing forward, pull it back, pull your fingers back. Now palms facing down, pull your fingers back. Now face the palm towards you and gently pull towards yourself. Now the right palm facing forward, gently pull the fingers back. Now palm facing down, gently pull your fingers back. Palm facing towards you, gently pull them back. Now before we move on, let us do the skeleton dance. Here you will visualize yourself to be a pure skeleton, no muscles, no skin, just pure skeleton. And shake your body intensely, moving your limbs, your arms, your body in all directions. In random movements, just close your eyes, visualize your pure skeleton and allow your body to move and shake intensely as you integrate yourself by visualizing and practicing this. Close your eyes and shake, shake, shake intensely. Relax. Gently walk back and forth on your mat. And just come standing. Just relax for a few moments. Just observe the energy that you have generated. Just close your eyes and just witness the energy. Relax. Now we move on to the asanas. Come down to a seated position. As we begin the Prathama Vinyasa Krama, we start with the Sukhasana, easy pose. Just come seated in a cross-legged position. Place your hands on your knees, palm facing up. Start seated cross-legged with the spine straight, head, neck and back aligned. Rest hands lightly on the knees, bringing each thumb and index fingers to form a mudra, Bindu Mudra. Shoulders soften downward, chest broad. Breathe in Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply, visualizing heat flames raising up along the spine. Maintain awareness of the heat and hold the Mula Bandha by clenching the perineum. And chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. In Sukhasana. This asana is from Trishikhi Brahmana Upanishad. Next we move on to Parvatasana. This is mountain pose. Here we are going to bring our legs in Padmasana by placing the right foot on the left thigh and the left foot on the right thigh. Press the palms together at the chest and stretch the arms overhead with elbows straight and spine long. Expand your chest broad, lifting it softly, holding the Anjali Mudra with your hands, Samana Kumbhaka with your breath, inhaling deeply and visualizing heat flames, and holding the Mula Bandha by clenching the perineum and chanting the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Next we move on to Hali Pavasana, the plow wind pose. Here, bring your feet together. Start seated with the soles together in front, with the heels near the groin, relaxing the hips. Hold your left hand with the right behind the back. Fold the torso forward and lowering the forehead gently towards the floor. Bring them beyond the toes. Keep the spine elongated, chest and shoulders relaxed. Avoid pressing downward abruptly. Holding the Shambhavi Mudra, keeping the eyes open and steady gazing outward, and the Samana Kumbhaka with your breath, inhaling deeply, visualizing heat flames raising, clenching the perineum in Mahamudra Bandha, and chant the japa Soham, japa rotating at the throat center. So gently lean forward, bring your hands back and gently lean forward towards the floor. Slowly come up. In Hali Pavasana. Next we move on to Nagi Pavasana, the serpent breath pose. In this asana, bringing the soles of the feet together and stretch the hands out in front of you, straight on the ground, reaching as far as you can. Cup the palms into a hollow and bring the forehead to the ground. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra with your eyes open and steady, and Samana Kumbhaka, inhaling and visualizing heat flames raising up, and holding the Mahamudra Bandha. In the Mahamudra Bandha, you will be holding clenching the perineum in Mula Bandha and pulling the abdomen, drawing the abdomen inward and up in Uddiyana Bandha, and tucking the chin to the chest in Jalandhara Bandha, and chant the japa Soham. So here, bringing the soles of the feet together and stretch the hands in front of you, and as far as possible, cup the hands and bring your forehead towards the floor. Slowly come up. As we move on to KAILASA. Next, we move on to KAILASA. Here, Become seated. Gently hold the big toes with the index fingers. Extend the legs straight out and lift the legs fully upward. Cross the ankles, folding the legs into a secured lotus position. Lean the torso forward and gradually lower down onto the supported elbows. Lengthen the spine and keep the chest steady. Hold the prana mudra with your fingers and samana kumbhaka, inhaling deeply, visualizing heat flames. Hold the mahamudra bandha, clenching the perineum, drawing the abdomen inward, tucking the chin to the chest, and resting your elbow on your legs. And chant the japa soham. Japa rotating in your throat center in Kokilasana. Next, we are moving on to Nithyananda, the cleansing pose. Here, bring one foot on top of the opposite knee. So this is not in Padmasana. Bring one foot on the floor and the other foot on the other leg. Bring your arms in front of you and rotate the arms circularly, bringing the forearms above the head, elongating the shoulders. Maintain an upright chest with spine tall, remaining calm and aligned. Shambhavi Mudra with your eyes open and steady gazing. Samana Kumbhaka, inhaling deeply, visualizing heat flames raising. Mahamudra Bandha, clenching the perineum and drawing the abdomen inward, tucking the chin to the chest and chanting the japa soham in Nithyananda. Relax. Next we move on to Gajasana, the elephant pose. In Gajasana, start in a plank position, pressing the palms firmly beneath your shoulders and chest steady strong. Lift your hips high, shifting your weight onto your heels in a controlled motion. Scoop your chest low, bringing your nose towards the ground. Continue to flow your body upward and back to the starting position, repeating this posture motion gradually. So, here, as we do this asana, we will hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Uddiyana Bandha by drawing the abdomen inwards and chant the japa soham. So here, it's a dynamic posture, bringing your body down and lifting the hip high. Relax. Next, we are moving on to Vrikshasana, bear pose. Here, start in a raised plank position with the hands and feet rooted onto the ground. Keep the hips raised inverted into a V shape, pressing the palms down and away from you. Alternate pressing each heel downward, stretching the Achilles and calves, raising opposite heels upward off the ground. So as we perform this asana, remember to hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Uddiyana Bandha by drawing the abdomen inward and chant the japa soham. So here, bringing the hands and feet to the floor. Now, remaining steady in your body, you're going to alternate the heels. So bringing the hip high, just alternate the heel. Relax. Now we move on to the next asana, Vaishyasana, the merchant pose. In Vaishyasana, you will come up standing tall and rise up onto your toes, balancing on the tips of the big toes while the other toes are lifted off the ground. Place the middle and index and ring fingers upon the center of your chest. Keep the spine lengthened. Hold the Hridaya Mudra, a straight hand mudra with the thumbs extended, appears at the heart and crown, And Samana Kumbhaka with your breath, Uddiyana Bandha, drawing the abdomen inwards and chanting the japa Soham. So coming up standing, raise your toes, raise your heels and coming on your toes. Bring the hands in the center of your chest and holding steady in Vaishyasana. Relax. Next is Urdhva Karana. Here is a Karana, upward knee lift movement. In this Karana, you will come standing in Aramandi, slightly bending your knees out wide. Bring your hands to the chest and rotating the leg and arms out, and then the opposite leg. And just repeat this movement. And relax. Next we move on to Balalingasana, the child embrace pose. Now start standing upright, crown lifted, shoulders back. Draw one knee upward, hugging gently towards the chest with fingers interlaced around the shin. Keep your spine lengthened, chest upright and hold the Sharva Vashangari Mudra. In this gesture, the fingers are interlaced and the back of the fingers pressed together and the tips of the nails thumb joined. And hold the Samana Kumbhaka with your breath, inhaling deeply, visualizing heat flames rising, and Mahamudra Bandha, and clenching the perineum floor, tucking the chin to the chest and drawing the abdomen inward and chanting the japa Soham. So coming up standing on one leg, raise the other leg, the right leg, interlacing the fingers and holding the leg high, as high as possible in Balalingasana. Relax. Now we move on to Pada Pidarasana, the foot pressing pose. So standing, now folding the right leg behind you, drawing the foot behind near the buttocks. Grip your foot firmly with both hands and pull the heel back. Keep the knees close to the other, hips and chest gently pressed forward. Holding the Parashu Mudra by interlacing the fingers, Samana Kumbhaka, Mahamudra Bandha, all the three bandhas, and chanting the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. So in the Balalingasana, you brought the right knee up towards the chest, just gently bringing that foot back behind you, holding and interlacing the fingers with the palms facing outward and gently hold this asana. In Pada Pidanasana. Relax. Next we are moving on to Natarajasana, King of Dancers pose. Now start standing erect with the shoulders open, bend one leg and pull your foot backwards, grasping the sole firmly from the inside. As you pull the foot backwards and up, simultaneously engage the hip and drive the foot higher. Here we will be holding the Bindu Mudra with the right hand and joining the index and fingers together, Samana Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha and Japa Soham. So we are still bringing as you have the right foot behind from the Pada Pidanasana. Now you are just going to gently extend, bring the left arm forward in Bindu Mudra and hold the right foot up high in Natarajasana. Now we are going to repeat this sequence with the other leg, the Bala Lingasana in the other foot. So this time, resting on the right leg, lift your left leg up in Bala Lingasana. So shifting the weight to the right leg, fold the left leg and bring as close to the chest as possible. From here, we are moving on to Pada Kridanasana and interlacing the fingers behind and hold steady. From Pada Kridanasana, we are moving on to Natarajasana. Extend the right arm forward, holding the Bindu Mudra, and pull and lift your left leg behind you. Relax. Next, we are moving on to Ardha Rechita Karana, partially bent action. So next is the Karana. Here, starting in the Aramandi position, bring your both hands together. Swing your right arm gently side as you look towards the hand. Bring the right hand to the nose. Now swinging the left arm very gracefully. Bringing the left arm to the nose. Relax. Now, here we will be doing the Smasana Adipati. This is the skeleton dance which we did earlier by shaking the body intensely, visualizing yourself to be the skeleton. So now we move on to the next asana. Kachina Karana, waist bend movement. So in this Karana, standing in Aramandi, bringing your hands to the chest. Now turn your body behind as you take the left hand back and keep repeating on the other side. Bring your hands up. Relax. In this posture, start standing with the feet and chest open. Avoid arching your lumbar spine. Mudra Bandha. The Bandha, tucking the chin to the chest in Asana. So, coming up, standing, stand straight. Now, bring your arms together and hold. Relax. So from the standing position, you're going to bend forward and reach the palms down and place them flat on the ground next to the respective Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha and Japa Shivoham. So coming up standing, bring your palms to the floor in front of you. Relax. Next, we move on to Tarakasvasana. Tarakas. So here, we are going to start straight and core right. From this steady position, tuck the chin towards you, the chest, and rotate the head from side to side. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Jhalanda internally. So in a plank, gently rotating. Relax. Now we are moving on to Bhujangasana. With your legs extended and toes relaxed, Place the palms near your ribs, elbows hugged close. On an inhale, lift your chest gently, holding the Bhujangani Mudra. Mouth and channel destroys aging and disease. So, next we will be holding the Samana Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha belly, legs extended behind. Bring the arms next to the chest and gently raise your chest up and inhale with your mouth. Release relaxed. Relax. Next, we move on to Shashasana, the rabbit pose. Here, begin in a plank, high plank with shoulders stacked over the wrist. Engage your core and keep your body straight. Quickly drive one knee towards your chest, then switch legs in a smooth motion, running like motion. Maintain steady breath and avoid hip sagging. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka Mula Bandha, and the japa is Shivoham. So starting with the plank position. Keeping the feet behind you. Bring one knee at a time towards your chest. Relax. Next, we are moving on to Prathasana, the chariot pose. Here, starting in a high plank with your hands under your shoulders, jump 1 foot forward, placing it between your hands, while the other leg extends straight back. Quickly switch legs, alternating the jump smoothly and maintaining a strong core. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka and Mula Bandha, and japa is Shivoham. So from the plank position, alternate the feet and jump 1 foot forward. So alternating the feet one at a time. Relax. Next is Virabhadrasana, the fierce warrior pose. Here stand tall, step 1 foot forward, bending the front knee to 90 degrees with the thigh parallel to the floor. Extend the back leg straight, angling the toes at 45 degrees. Inhale, raise your arms overhead, open your chest and lengthen your spine. Twist your torso so you're facing straight forward and keep an engaged core. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka, inhaling deeply through the nose and hold the breath comfortably. Then release through the nose. Uddiyana Bandha by drawing the abdomen in and chanting the japa Shivoham. So come up standing, 1 foot forward, knees bent, thighs parallel to the floor, chest up straight. Bring the arms together above the side and arms facing each other. And you're facing straight forward in Virabhadrasana. Now we are going to repeat the Virabhadrasana on the other side. So this time your left foot forward, thighs parallel to the floor, knees bent at a 90-degree angle, hips forward, and raise your arms. Virabhadrasana on the other side. Relax. Now we are going to Vrikshasana, tree pose. In this asana, you will be standing tall, shift your weight onto one leg, press the sole of the opposite foot firmly against the inner thigh or calf, avoiding the knee. Reach your arms overhead with your palms together, keep your chest lifted, spine long. holding the hands in Anjali Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka with your breath, Uddiyana Bandha by drawing the abdomen in and chanting the japa Shivoham. So come up standing, shifting your weight to one leg. Bend the other leg, bring the other foot to your inner thigh, raise both arms up, palms together, and tucking the abdomen in Uddiyana Bandha, in Vrikshasana. Relax. Now we are moving on to the next asana, Garuda Asana, the eagle pose. Here, standing tall with an upright spine, chest lifted, bend one leg and pressing the foot gently against the opposite hip crease in a seated half lotus position, bringing the palms together at the chest in Namaskara Mudra. And in your breath, you will be holding the Sahaja Kumbhaka, clenching the perineum in Mula Bandha and chanting the japa Shivoham in Garuda Asana. Standing on one leg, knees slightly bent, fold the other leg, bringing the foot to the inner thigh and bringing the arms together, hands together in Anjali Mudra in front of the chest. Relax. Now we are going to repeat the tree posture, that is Vrikshasana on the other side. This time, keeping the right leg on the floor, bend the left leg, bringing the left foot to the inner thigh and bring the arms above your head and holding the Anjali Mudra above your head. In Vrikshasana, repeated on the other side. From here, we are moving on to the Garuda Asana, bringing the foot to the inner thigh and hands in Anjali Mudra in front of you. Relax. Now we are moving on to the next asana, Trikonasana, the triangle pose. Now start here, stand with the feet wide apart, turn one foot to forward and the other slightly inward, extend your arm parallel to the floor, hinge at the hips to reach down with your front hand to the shin or the floor, stretch the opposite arms up, gaze towards the raised hand. With that, engage your legs without locking the knees, hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha and japa is Sadashivoham. So, standing, legs apart, the right foot facing forward, extend your arms, lean forward, bring your right hand to the floor. As you turn towards the raised left arm. Relax. Now we are going to repeat the Trikonasana on the other side. So if you are done with the right leg, now turn towards the left foot and repeat the asana on the Trikonasana on the other side. Left foot forward, arms stretched, and lean forward, bring your hands down to the floor and gently look up. Next, we are moving on to a Karana, Nikutaka Karana. Here, coming on to Aramali, bringing the hands in front of you, one palm facing each other. This time, we are going to alternate the feet as well as the arm. So just watch and repeat the Nikutaka Karana, the bobbing movement. Relax. Now we are going to move on to Angushtasana, the toe hand pose. Here, you are going to come down. Begin by balancing on the tips of your toes, then slowly lower your sitting bones to rest on your heels while keeping your knees together. Bring your palms together in prayer position at your chest, lengthen your spine upward. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Namaskara Mudra with your hands. Brahmari Kumbhaka. Now, with a restricted breath, inhale through the nose, making the sound of a male V. Hold the breath and then exhale. So, in the Brahmari Kumbhaka, we're making a sound like a male V, like a humming sound. And holding the Mula Bandha, clenching the perineum, chanting the Japa Sada Shivoham. So coming on your heels, lift your heels, so sitting on your heels, toes on the floor, bringing the hands together in Namaskara Mudra as you hum. Making the sound of a male V. Chanting the Japa Sada Shivoham in Angushtasana. Now from here we are going to move on to Saurasana, Sun Dedication pose. So from this position, from Angushtasana, straighten one leg forward, extend one leg forward, bring your hands on the floor in Vara Mudra and continuing to hold the Brahmari Mudra, making the sound and holding Mula Bandha, clenching the perineum and chanting the Japa Sada Shivoham. So here, as you remain on your toes, extend one foot forward and palms facing each other in Vara Mudra and continue to hum. In Shaurasana. Now, from here, we are going to move on to the next asana, Vidunanasana, the rocking seat pose. So, bringing one arm, one hand towards the foot, to the extended foot. So, bring the right hand to the right foot. Reach toward the corresponding hand to grip the big toe with your index and middle finger. So, from Shaurasana, bring the right hand forward, hold the right foot, lean forward to the floor. With the left hand, hold your left heel and hold this position steady. In this asana, we will be holding the Shambhavi Mudra, continuing the Brahmari Kumbhaka and Maha Mudra Bandha, all the three bandhas, and chanting the Japa Sada Shivoham. So now we are going to repeat the asanas on the other side. So, Shaurasana, extending the left foot forward, hands by your side, raising the right hand and bringing to the left hand and bringing to the left foot and lean forward and bring the right hand to the right heel in Shaurasana. So in Saurasana, we're going to be starting in this position and moving on to Vidunasana, we lean forward. Throughout, you will be humming the Brahmari Kumbhaka as a male V, making the sound of a male V. Relax. Next, we move on to Brahma Jurankusasana, Brahma's elephant gold pose. So start seated on your heels with your toes pressing onto the floor, hips settle back, then slightly widen your knees and rest your hands on your thighs, lower your head slightly while keeping the chest broad. So this is Brahma Jurankusasana. Keep your eyes open and steady, gazing outward. Brahmari Kumbhaka continuing to making the sound of a male V and Jalandhara Bandha by tucking the chin to the chest and Japa is Sadashivoham. Next, we move on to Kapilasana, Sage Kapilas pose. So start kneeling with the knees grounded and toes curled under, settling your hips fully onto your heels. Place the palms relaxed on the top of your thighs with the shoulders relaxed. And Shambhavi Mudra, Brahmari Kumbhaka and Udhyana Bandha, drawing the abdomen inward and in Udhyana Bandha. And chanting the japa Sadashivoham in Kapilasana. So next we move on to Bhadra Gorakshasana, the blessed protective pose. Here, start kneeling with your knees supporting and toes curled under, drawing your seat to rest on top of your heels. Secure your palms on your thighs with chest upright and open. Spine long and shoulders gently roll downward with calm, rhythmic breathing. In Bhadra Gorakshasana, here we will be in holding the Shambhavi Mudra, Brahmari Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and Japa is Sadashivoham. Next, we are moving on to Suryasana, the sun pose. So start seated with the toes tucked under, knees lifted, hips grounded. Then connect your thumbs, little fingers to form a mudra with the palms open towards the sky. Raise your arms fully upright alongside and with your ears while maintaining a long spine, upright chest, and soft gaze towards the hands above in Suryasana. As we perform this asana, continue the Brahmari Kumbhaka, making the sound of a male bee, and Udhyana Bandha, bringing the drawing the abdomen inward, and chant the japa Sadashivoham in Suryasana. Relax. Next is Mandukasana, the frog pose. Start seated with the heels at your base, grounded. Now with the toes flat, knees anchored while keeping the chest upright. Place your palms gently on the top of your knees with shoulders loose, gaze forward. Here we are going to hold the Manduki Mudra, closing the mouth, moving the root of the tongue. Gradually one enjoys the nectar in the Manduki Mudra. And Sahaja Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and Japa is Sadashivoham. Next is Uttana Manduka, the extended frog pose. So continuing to remain seated in the same position, this time we are going to bring the arms above and palms placing behind you. Fingers pointing towards the hips and elbows wide. Hold the Manduki Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka, Udhyana Bandha, and Japa is Sadashivoham. Next we move on to Simhasana, the lion pose. Start seated with the ankles crossed behind you, supporting your torso with your hands on respective knees. Place wide palms on the ground in front of you. Open your mouth and extend the tongue outward as you exhale from deep within, embodying the lion fierce expression and eliminating toxins. Here we will be exhaling forcefully. So Shambhavi Mudra, holding the eyes, keeping the eyes open and steady. And in Sahaja Kumbhaka, with your breath, inhale deeply through the nose, hold the breath comfortably, then relax. and hold the Mula Bandha. Firmly contract the muscles of the pelvic floor, and Japa is Sadashivoham. So here we are actually will be exhaling through the mouth, making a exhale from deep within. So open your mouth, extend the tongue outward as you exhale from deep within, embodying the lion's fierce expression. Inhale normally, exhale and extend your tongue out. So continue to perform this asana, Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka Mula Bandha as you exhale deeply. Internally chant the japa Sadashivoham. Next we move on to Bhadrasana, the auspicious pose. So start seated with the knees wide, shoulders open. Extend the arms backward and cross them behind the back. Grasping the big toes, lengthen your spine upright. So here we are going to have the knees wide, sitting on the heels. Bring arms behind and holding the opposite toes, holding the Prana Mudra. Continuing to making the sound of a male V with your breath and tucking the chin in Chalandra Bandha. And continue to chant the japa Sadashivoham. So bringing the hands behind. And hold the asana. Next we are moving on to Kakabusandi asana, Sage Kakabusandi's pose. Here start to in squat, feet flat, knees wide, interlock the hands behind your back, clasp them firmly together. Lift the chest upright and extend the spine, holding the Parashamudra by interlocking the fingers. Brahmari Kumbhaka continuing the sound of a male V, Mula Bandha clenching the perineum, and continuing the japa Sadashivoham. So coming onto your feet, bring your hands around your leg and bring them behind you. In Kakabusandi asana. Next we are moving on to Kani Pavasana, the single limbed pose. So start in a squat position on the tips of the toes. Raise your hips up and place the knees on the back of the respective arms. Slowly raise each foot off the ground by shifting your weight forward. Gently increase until the entire weight is onto the back of the arms. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Brahmari Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha and chant the japa Sadashivoham. So keep the arms on the floor, lift your hip, rest your knees on your back of in the armpit and gently lift one leg at a time, shift the weight forward and lean forward, moving the weight onto your arms. Relax. Next we are moving on to Kapali Asana, the skull pose. So this is an inverted posture. So before we perform, women in monthly cycle, please avoiding to do any of the inverted postures. So here we are going to start in a deep squat position with the hands flat on the ground in front, shoulders width apart. Lean the forehead down and place the crown of the head onto the ground. Find balance, stability. Slowly lift your hips above shoulders, extending the legs straight up with the knees straight. As you do this asana, do the Shambhavi Mudra, Brahmari Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha and japa is Sadashivoham. So this is an inverted posture. the floor. Lift and slowly raise up, bringing the head weight to the and slowly raise up. Relax. Now we move on to the next asana. In Parshva Mayurasana. So we are going to start here with a squatted position with the toes balanced, chest upright. Twist your torso to one side with palms on the ground and elbows pressing against the thighs and hip for alignment. Lean forward and extend both legs sideways, anchoring with your palms. Maintain a calm, steady posture with the balanced voice. Now, as we perform this asana, we will be holding the Shambhavi Mudra, Rechaka Kumbhaka, means exhaling fully and holding the breath out without inhaling, clenching the perineum and Moola Bandha, and Japa is Sada Shivoham. So, in Parshva Mayurasana, bring your hands to the floor, twisting and bringing your weight onto the hands as you lean forward and extend your foot, your legs, and shift your weight to your hands. Relax. Side peacock pose, Parshva Mayurasana. Now we are going to repeat the Parshva Mayurasana on the other side. So this time, bringing the right side of your body onto your hands, leaning forward and extending, bringing the weight towards your hands and extending the legs forward. Relax. Next, we are going to move on to Bhairaganatha Asana, the master of renunciation pose. So here, we will start with the plank position. Bring one foot forward, wrapping it around the respective arm and placing the foot between the hands. Keep the hips engaged by driving the big toe onto the ground. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Rechaka Kumbhaka, exhaling fully and holding the breath out, clenching the perineum in Moola Bandha and chanting the japa Sada Shivoham. So, start with the plank position. Bring your right foot and wrapping around the right arm. Hold the Bhairaganatha Asana. Relax. Now we are going to repeat the Bhairaganatha Asana on the other side. So this time from the plank position, bring the left foot forward, wrap around your arm and have in front of you. Relax. Next is Unmukha Pita Asana, upward facing seat. Start in a forearm plank with hands shoulders width apart. Slowly lift your hip upward, forming a triangle shape with your body and your forearms on the ground. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Rechaka Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha and Japa is Sada Shivoham. So bringing the forearms to the floor, coming on the plank and gently raising the hip upward. In the Unmukha Pita Asana, upward seating pose. Next is Vashishthasana, Sage Vashishthas pose. In this asana, begin in plank position, shifting your weight onto your hand and rotate your torso so one hip is elevated. Then stack your feet, ensure your hips form a straight line with head to heels. Extend the opposite arm upward or rest it on your hip. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Rechaka Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha, and Japa is Sadashiva. So coming on one hand, extend your legs, gently turn to the side and raise the left arm and look towards the arm up in Vashishthasana. Sage Vashishthas pose. Now we are going to repeat the Vashishthasana in the other side. So coming on to the left arm this time, extend the legs and shift your weight and look towards the right hand. Next is Anjani Asana, Monkey Mother's Pose. So we're going to come seated with the legs extended in front of you. Slide your palms underneath your sitting bones, pressing down firmly. Press your elbows gently against the body to support the elongation of the chest. So bringing the palms underneath your body and sit straight. So we are holding the Shambhavi Mudra with your eyes, Rechaka Kumbhaka with our breath, and Moola Bandha clenching the perineum, and Japa is Maha Sadashivoham in Anjani Asana. This asana is from Yoga Pradipika of Jayatarama. Next is Paschimottanasana, seated forward bend. So from here, we are going to lean forward, extend the arms, hold the toes with the respective hands in Prana Mudra and Rechaka Kumbhaka with our breath, Maha Mudra Bandha, clenching the perineum, tucking the chin to the chest and drawing the abdomen inward in Dhyana Bandha, and gently lean forward, bringing your forehead towards your knees. Paschimottanasana. Relax. Next, we are moving on to Ugrasana, the intense pose. Now, remaining seated in the same position, join the palms behind your head with the elbows wide and hinge forward, gently leading with your chest, maintaining a long spine and knees straight. Keep shoulders relaxed and avoid rounding the back. Hold the Parashamudra with your hands, Rechaka Kumbhaka with your breath, and your Bandha is Maha Mudra Bandha, and chant the Japa Maha Sadashivoham. So here bringing the hands behind your head and press gently and lean forward, bringing your chest to the knees. In Ugrasana. The Ugrasana is from Shiva Samhita. Next, we are moving on to Marichiyasana. Marichiyasana, the sage Marichi's pose. Here, start seated with the legs extended straight in front of you, keeping your spine straight and chest broad. Bend one knee, placing the heel near the groin. Knee raised tall, wrap your arms around the bent knee and clasp your hands behind your back as you lean forward and down. Continue to fold your torso over the extended leg, lengthening your chest towards your foot and bring the head down towards the knee. As you perform the asana, hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Rechaka Kumbhaka, Maha Mudra Bandha, and Japa is Maha Sadashivoham. Now we are moving on to Maha Mudra Asana, the Great Seal pose. This time, flatten the knee that has been raised, bringing it onto the floor. lean forward as you hold your toes with both the hands. So with the one foot folded, bringing to near your perineum, hold the other foot with both hands and gently lean forward in Mahamudrasana. As you perform this asana, hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Rechaka Kumbhaka, Mahamudra Bandha, and Japa is Mahasada Shivoham. Relax. Now we are going to repeat the sequence on the other side. This time, keeping the legs extended, we are going to bend the left knee, left leg, wrapping the arms around and bringing and clasping the hands behind and leaning forward, bringing your forehead towards your knee. In Marichyasana on the other side. Continue. To perform this asana, as we perform, here we are going to hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Rechaka Kumbhaka, Mahamudra Bandha, and Japa is Mahasada Shivoham. Next, we are going to repeat the Mahamudrasana. So this time, lowering the knee to the floor, bring the left foot to the perineum, hold the right foot with both arms, both hands, and lean forward towards you. In Mahamudrasana, as you perform this asana, hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Rechaka Kumbhaka, Mahamudra Bandha, chanting the Japa Mahasada Shivoham. Next, we are going to move on to Bhadrasana Dve, the auspicious pose 2. Here, we are going to sit with the legs extended, fold one heel onto the groin with the knee outward, reach hands to grasp the extended foot and fold your chest forward, lengthening the spine over the straightened knee. So bringing actually both feet close to the body, holding with your hands, tuck your chin and lean forward. In Bhadrasana. As we perform this asana, hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Rechaka Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and Japa is Mahasada Shivoham. Next is Ghwali Pavasana, the cowherd wind pose. In this asana, sit with the legs extended, knees wide, toes together, heels apart. Gently rest your hands on your knees, lowering your crown, tucking the chin to the chest. Keep your spine upright and avoid forcing the knees down. So hold the Shambhavi Mudra with your eyes open, ready, steady gaze. Murchaka Kumbhaka. In Murchaka Kumbhaka, you will be inhaling deeply through the nose, then lock the chin to the chest in Jalandhara Bandha. Hold the breath and then slowly exhale through the nose. So holding the Jalandhara Bandha, bringing the chin to the chest as you chant the Japa Mahasada Shivoham, rotating clockwise in your throat center. So here our feet our toes are together, but the heels are spread apart and the hands on your knees. In Ghwali Pavasana, the cowherd wind pose. This is from Yoga Pradipika of Jaitarama. Next, we are moving on to Jhoni Asana, the womb pose. Sit with the heels close to the groin, soles pressed together. Hold the sides of your feet firmly, keeping your elbows resting on the ground. Fold forward from the hips, bringing your chest towards your feet. Lower your forehead towards the feet and gaze softly towards your nose. Now, as you do this asana, hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Rechaka Kumbhaka, and the Bandha is Mula Bandha, and the Japa is Mahasada Shivoham. So feet together, holding the feet, and gently lean forward, bringing your chest towards the feet. In Joniasana. Next, we move on to Midaki Pavasana, the sweet wind pose. So in this asana, now leaning forward, we will extend the hands out wide with the palms down on the ground. So feet together and arms extended to the side and lean forward. In Midaki Pavasana. In this asana, we will be holding the Shambhavi Mudra, Rechaka Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and Japa as Mahasadashivoham. Next is Siddha Samadhi Asana, the perfect Samadhi pose. Here, sit with the toes together, heels apart. Thread your arms under your shins, extending your hands forward with the palms facing up. Fold gently forward from the hips and lowering your forehead towards your feet. Bring your toes closer to your throat. Now keep the shoulders loose and spine long. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Rechaka Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, Japa is Mahasadashivoham. So, here, soles together. This time, your arms are going underneath your legs as you lean forward, bringing the throat towards the toe. So, Siddha Samadhi Asana, perfect Samadhi pose from Yoga Pradipika of Jaitarama. Next, we are moving on to Chinaki Pavasana. Chinaki Pavasana, split wind pose. Now sit with the heels together, toes pointed outward, knees wide. Hold your feet gently and rotate the sole upwards towards the sky, keeping the backs of your hands to the ground. Press your elbows lightly against your thighs near your knees. Keep your chest broad and torso upright. Here we'll be holding the Shambhavi Mudra, eyes open, steady gaze, and Rechaka Kumbhaka with your breath, exhaling and holding the breath out, Mula Bandha clenching the perineum and chanting the japa Mahasadashivoham in Chinaki Pavasana. Next, we are moving on to Charpatak Chokasana, the flat palm root pose. Here, sit with the soles of the feet together, heels close to the perineum, knees wide. Press your palms gently on your knees, applying slight downward pressure to open the hips. Pull your stomach in and up, lengthening the spine. Keep your chest broad, shoulders relaxed, and gaze softly towards the third eye. Holding the Shambhavi Mudra, Rechaka Kumbhaka, Udhyana Bandha by tucking the abdomen in and chanting the japa Mahasadashivoham in Charpata Chokasana. Next is Bhairavasana, the fierce pose. Here, sit with the soles of the feet together, knees wide. Lift the heels up and press the toes down onto the ground. Keep the knees on the ground and pull the stomach in and up and place your hands on the knees in Bindu Mudra. So raising the heel up, toes down, and bringing the hands on your knees in Bindu Mudra. As we perform this asana, you will be holding the Rechaka Kumbhaka with your breath, Udhyana Bandha by drawing the abdomen in, Japa is Mahasadashivoham. This asana is from Hatharatnavali by Srinivasa Bhatta. Next, we are moving on to Samanasana, the balanced pose. Now sit with one heel close to the groin and lift the opposite foot towards the chest by wrapping the hands around the ankle and shin. Keep your spine long and torso upright. Relax your shoulders and gaze towards the third eye. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra with your eyes open and steady gaze outward. Samana Kumbhaka with your breath, inhaling and visualizing a heat flame rising, clenching the perineum and Mula Bandha and chanting the japa Mahasadashivoham. Next is Apanasana, the vital pose. So now what we are going to do is raising one foot, sit with the soles together, knees apart, lift the heels by pressing toes gently on the floor. So this time we're going to bring the one leg above your shoulder. So the left knee behind and above the left hand. With the palm on the floor, raise your right foot above and support with your hands on the floor in Apanasana. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and japa is Mahasadashivoham. Next, we are going to repeat the Samanasana balance pose on the other side. So, if you had brought the left foot up, raised, now this time bring the right foot towards your chest. Make sure your feet are not touching the Kantamala, this one which is picture. So, bring the foot towards the chest in Samanasana. Now we are going to move on to repeat the Apanasana on the other side. So this time you will be bringing the right foot up behind the right shoulder, supporting with the arm, raising your left foot in Apanasana. As you hold this asana, remember to hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chanting the japa Mahasadashivoham. Next, we are moving on to Gomukhasana, cow face pose. So now sit with the cross leg with one knee stacked directly above the other, aligning both knees at the center. Press your feet beside opposite hips. Place your palms flat on top of the stacked knee, keeping the spine long, chest open, holding the Parashu Mudra. Sheetkari Kumbhaka. So here in Sheetkari Kumbhaka, you'll be gently pressing the tongue against the upper palate with the tip behind the front teeth. Slowly inhaling through the teeth to create a hissing sound. Hold your breath and then calmly exhale through the nostrils. As you clench the perineum in Mula Bandha and continue to chant the japa here, Om Nithyanandoham is the japa we are chanting in Gomukhasana. Next is Anusuyasana. Anusuyasana in Sage Anusuya's pose. Now spreading the feet slightly apart, bring the hands holding onto the toes. So the index and middle finger and with thumb holding onto the toes in Prana Mudra. Chant the japa Om Nithyanandoham as you tuck your abdomen in an Uddiyana Bandha and continuing the Sheetkari Kumbhaka, making a hissing sound with your breath as you inhale. in Anusuyasana. Next is Anusuyasana Dve, Rishika Anusuya's pose 2. So from this posture, where you are sitting, you're going to bring your hands behind you, interlacing the fingers and gently leaning forward as you bring your forehead down towards your mat and bring the chin outside of your knee, so that helps into a deeper bend. In Anusuyasana Dve. Now we are moving on to Garudasana Dve, the eagle pose 2. So with your left knee bent on the floor, raise the right leg and bring it towards the chest, holding the respective knee, holding the knees with the respective hands. In this asana, hold the Shambhavi Mudra and Sheetkari Kumbhaka, making the hissing sound with your breath. Hold the Mula Bandha, clenching the perineum as you chant the japa Om Nithyanandoham. Next, we are going to move on to Naradasana, Sage Narada's pose. So, remaining seated in the same position, we are going to interlace the fingers behind your neck and bring the left elbow outside of the right knee and turn towards the right side. In Naradasana. As you perform this asana, hold the Parashamudra, Sheetkari Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and japa is Om Nithyanandoham. Next is Matsya Pitakasana, fish seat pose. Now sit with the one foot resting on top the opposite thigh. Wrap the arms around on the same side and around the bent knee and gently holding your foot opposite. Extend the other hand forward and grasp the respective toes with the index and middle finger. Expand your chest and keep your spine long and upright. Hold the Prana Mudra. So the right hand is holding on to the right toes, while your left hand is holding on to the left ankle or shin. So the Prana Mudra, Sheetkari Kumbhaka with your breath, Mula Bandha, and japa is Om Nithyanandoham in Matsya Pitakasana. Now we are going to repeat the sequence on the other side. This time bringing the right knee down and placing the left leg on top in Gomukhasana, called face pose. Place your palms on the knees, interlacing the fingers, chest open, hold the Parashamudra, Sheetkari Kumbhaka with your breath. Inhale with your tongue pressed against the upper palate, making a hissing sound. Hold the Mula Bandha, clenching the perineum, and japa is Om Nithyanandoham. Now we are moving on to Anusuyasana, Sage Anusuya's pose 2. Holding the hands in Prana Mudra, hold the opposite toes. The index and middle finger together. Hold the toes in Anusuyasana. As you inhale in Sheetkari Kumbhaka, hold the Uddiyana Bandha, drawing the abdomen inward. Chant the japa Om Nithyanandoham in Anusuyasana. Now we are going to move on to Anusuyasana Dve, the sage Anusuya's pose. Repeat it twice, the twice, second pose too. So this time from here, you're going to bring the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, lean forward and bring your forehead down towards the floor. And hold the position as long as you can comfortably. This asana actually combines the hip opening with a spinal forward folding, enhances the shoulders mobility, promotes deep breathing, and cultivates introspective awareness. Next, we are moving on to Garudasana Dve, the eagle pose 2, repeated on the other side. So sit with one heel pressed against the perineum and the opposite foot resting comfortably in front. Keep the spine tall, chest lifted. Place your hands on your respective knees. Maintain relaxed shoulders and calm, steady breath. Gaze softly towards the nose. Avoid leaning backward or collapsing your posture. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Shivkari Kumbhaka, with your breath making the hissing sound, clenching your perineum in Mula Bandha, and the japa is Om Nithyanandoham. Next, we are moving on to Naradasana, the sage Narada pose, repeated on the other side. So from this position, as you're seated, interlace your fingers behind your neck and this time you're going to bring the right elbow outside of the left knee in sage Narada pose. Holding the Parasha Mudra, Shivkari Kumbhaka with your breath, Mula Bandha, clenching your perineum, and japa is Om Nithyanandoham. Next, we are going to move on to Matsya Pitakasana, the fish seat pose. Repeated on the other side. This asana deepens the hip opening and spinal flexibility, enhances balance and coordination, and supports breath awareness and develops concentrated mental focus. So sit with one foot resting the opposite thigh. Wrap your arm around on the same side around the bent knee, gently holding your opposite shin. Extend the other hand forward and grasp the respective toe with the index and middle finger. Expand your chest, keep your spine long and upright, holding with the prana mudra. And the breath here is Shivkari Kumbhaka, inhaling and making the hissing sound, and Mula Bandha, and the japa is Om Nithyanandoham. Apologize for the technical glitch. Now we are moving on to Matsyendrasana, the Lord of Fishes pose. Here, begin seated with both legs extended forward. Bend the right knee, cross it over the left thigh, placing the right foot flat on the ground. Position the left foot on the ground near the right hip. Wrap the left elbow behind. And so gently starting. Left foot on the floor, right foot on the inner thigh. Left hand extended behind. Bring your right hand onto your face, supporting the chest, so supporting the face, and gently look back. So looking back towards the in Matsyendrasana. In this asana, we will be holding the Shambhavi Mudra, Sheetkari Kumbhaka with your breath, gently pressing the tongue against the upper palate with the tip behind the front teeth, slowly inhaling through the teeth to make a hissing sound. Hold the Mula Bandha and Japa is Om Nithyanandoham in the Matsyendrasana, Lord of Fishes pose. Next, we are going to move on to Kubhasana, the bent pose. So remaining in Matsyendrasana, this time you are going to extend your right arm forward, holding onto the left leg, left foot. So in Matsyendrasana, we were holding on to the, supporting the face. Now we are going to extend the arm and holding onto the left toe and bringing the left hand to the ear. In this asana, hold the Prana Mudra, Sheetkari Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and the japa is Om Nithyanandoham in Kubhasana. The Kubhasana is from Yoga Sanamala Charita actually. Next is Matsyendrasana Dve. So remaining in the same position, this time you are going to extend the left hand behind to the floor, and the right hand remains on the left toe. So here, extending the right hand towards the left foot, and the left hand remains extended towards the back on the floor, and gently turn towards your back in Matsyendrasana. Here we will be holding the Shambhavi Mudra, Sheetkari Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and the japa is Om Nithyanandoham. Now we are going to repeat this sequence on the other side. So if you had your left foot on the inner thigh, now we are going to extend the right foot, bring the left foot on the inner thigh of the right side. Bring the right hand behind and the arms on the chest, on the face, supporting the chin in Matsyendrasana. Repeat it on the other side. So bringing the left foot on the thigh and supporting your chin with your hand, extend the right hand back. From this asana, we are going to move on to Kubhasana. So extending the left hand, holding the right toes, bring the right hand to the ear in Kubhasana. From here, we are moving on to Matsyendrasana Dve. So extending the right hand behind and turning towards the back. Throughout this sequence, hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Sheetkari Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and the japa Om Nithyanandoham. Now we are moving on to Padmasana, the lotus pose. So bringing the right foot on the left thigh and the left foot on the right thigh. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra. Shitali Kumbhaka. In Shitali Kumbhaka, you're going to gently press the tongue against the back of the teeth and inhale. Hold the breath and exhale slowly through the nose. Hold the Mahamudra Bandha, clenching the perineum, drawing the abdomen inward and tucking the chin to the chest. And the japa here is Om Nithyananda Mahasadashivoham. Relax. Next, we are moving on to Padmasana Dve, the lotus pose 2. Sit with your feet placed on top of the opposite thighs in a lotus arrangement. Cross your arms and hold your big toes with the opposite hand. Index and middle finger. Lift your chest up. Hold the Prana Mudra and Shitali Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha, and the japa is Om Nithyananda Mahasadashivoham in Padmasana Dve. Next we move on to Kukkutasana, the rooster pose. In Kukkutasana, start seated in the lotus with each foot resting on the opposite thigh. Press the palms firmly on the ground between the thighs, lean forward and lift the sitting bones off the ground, balancing on the two hands. Keep your chest upright and shoulder extended. Lift your weight and raise it above the ground. So lifting your weight off the floor. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka and Moola Bandha, clenching your perineum and chanting the japa Om Nithyananda Mahasadashivoham. Next we are moving on to Baddha Keki Asana, the bound peacock pose. So now from the Padmasana, we are going to lean forward with the palms resting on the floor and shifting the weight of the body towards the hand. So come on to Padmasana. Lean forward. Bring your hands on the floor, palm facing inside towards you. Now bring your weight on your elbows, resting the abdomen on the elbows. Gently lift the knees off the floor. Baddha Keki Asana. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha, and japa is Om Nithyananda Mahasadashivoham. Next, we are going to move on to Mayurasana. So, from the Baddha Keki Asana, you are going to extend the legs, unlock your legs, your feet, and lift your legs behind you in Mayurasana. As we perform this asana, we'll hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha, and japa is Om Nithyananda Mahasadashivoham. So, again, bringing your hands on the floor, palms facing down and fingers pointed backwards. Bring them as back as possible. Lean forward. Bring your weight onto the elbows and gently lift. Deep Mayurasana. Relax. Next is Makarasana, the crocodile pose. So laying on your stomach, Legs extended behind you on the floor. Bring the hands interlacing the fingers behind your head. And keep your chest broad, shoulders drawn away from your ears for safety. Hold the Parashamudra with your fingers, and the breath is Sahaja Kumbhaka, inhaling deeply through the nose. Clench your perineum in Mula Bandha and chant the japa Om Nithyananda Mahasadashivoham. And slightly spread your feet behind you, gently relaxing. Next, we are moving to Shalabhasana, the locust pose. In Shalabhasana, your palms facing down and resting near the chest, supporting, and gently lift your chest as well as your legs behind you. So lift raising the thighs off the ground and the chest beside you. So basically coming onto the mat, resting the palms by your side, gently lift both your feet and chest above the ground, the thighs off the ground. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka, Mulabandha and Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Next we move on to Ustrasana, the camel pose. Here lie down on your stomach with your legs extended behind you, bend your knees and reach your hands back to hold the outside of your feet. With an exhale, gently draw your heels down towards the mat and beside your hips. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka, Mulabandha and Japa Om Nithyananda Mahasadashivoham. Relax. Next, we are moving on to Dhanurasana, the bow pose. So from here, from Ustrasana, you're going to raise your legs, raise your feet high, and as you extend, hold on to the feet and extend your upper chest, lift up and lift your feet high. As you do this asana, hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka, Mulabandha and Japa Om Nithyananda Mahasadashivoham. Relax. Next is Bhagasana, the divine pose. Come seated on your heels. Sit on your knees with your head, neck and spine aligned in a straight line. Place your palms gently on top of your thighs or knees with fingers relaxed, allowing your shoulders to soften and chest to lift. In this asana, hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka, Mulabandha and the japa is Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Relax. Now we are moving on to the final asana of the sequence today. Come down into Shavasana, laying down on the mat, facing up. Just gently relax your feet, your arms by your side, palms facing up. Allow your legs to extend naturally with your feet falling outward for ease. Release all effort in your muscles and let your breath flow smoothly as your body rests. Keep your shoulders soft, jaws unclenched to allow deep relaxation. Hold the Shakti Chalana Mudra, focusing on the Muladhara. Contract the perineum to rouse the dormant Kundalini. Forcefully draw the Apana Vayu upward with intent, holding the energy and intention firmly inward. clench the perineum in Mula Bandha and chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham internally. Slowly rotate your ankles, rotate your wrists, gently bend your knees, bring them to your chest, hold, hug them with your arms and gently rock side to side. Slowly come up to a seated position. Congratulations, all of you have completed 100 asanas of the Prathama Vinyasa Krama series. Congratulations everyone. And if you enjoyed today's yoga session, you can like and subscribe. And if you like to get a deeper experience of the yoga you have learned today, you can register yourself for the Paramashiva a 30-day program offered free. And now it is being offered in Guinea-Bissau in West Africa and in KAILASA in Bharat. So thank you all for joining today. We hope to see you tomorrow. Let us now close by offering our gratitude and closing with the Purna Mantra. Please bring your hand to your chest. Close your eyes. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you everyone. Nithyanandam.